Stan Gibilisco here. I'd like to talk for just a minute about two different kinds of robot arm geometries, known as the cylindrical coordinates and the spherical coordinates. That's how they work: cylindrical coordinate geometry and spherical coordinate geometry. So let's start with the cylindrical coordinate geometry for a robot arm. There are basically three different ways in which this thing can move to put the end effector of the robot arm right there at the outer edge of that telescoping arm at any point we want within the work envelope of the robot. First of all, you can rotate the base, so you can rotate the arm around and around and around in a horizontal plane. This is a perspective drawing. Secondly, you can move the arm up and down. And thirdly, you can make the arm longer or shorter. So in fact, the work envelope of this type of a robot arm is a cylinder in space whose radius depends on how far out that robot arm is extended. That is known as the cylindrical coordinate geometry. Now there's another way that a robot arm with its end effector, and in this case the end effector is shown, in the other drawing it wasn't. This is called spherical coordinate geometry. Once again, we can rotate the base so that we can rotate this whole assembly in a horizontal plane, which in this case would be perpendicular to your viewing screen. Secondly, we can elevate the arm higher or lower horizontally all the way up to vertically. That is this angle of elevation right here, y. And thirdly, we can make the arm longer or shorter to change the radius r. So rotation x, elevation y, radius r. And as a result, the work envelope of a robot arm like this is pretty much of a half sphere in space. That is like a dome or a half sphere, maybe a little more than a half sphere, something like the enclosure inside of a planetarium, if you've been inside of a planetarium, or the observatory dome for a large telescope. That is the spherical coordinate geometry for robot arms, and both of these types of robot arms are used in industrial robotics. That's the kind of stuff that they use to manufacture spacecraft that may someday, if you've got enough of an imagination, take us into intergalactic space. Or at least take a robot there. But hey, what's the point in sending machines out that far if people can go? Stan Gibilisco, signing off for now. Until next time, so long.